Your cardiovascular system improves when repeated aerobic stress is high enough to trigger adaptation, but low enough to recover from. That is the first thing to understand about running every day. The body does not reward frequency by itself. It rewards dosage, tissue tolerance, and recovery. Running daily can improve fitness, mood, sleep, blood pressure, and metabolic health. But it can also push you into overuse if you increase impact frequency faster than your bones, tendons, joints, and nervous system can absorb it. So stop thinking in terms of daily as automatically disciplined or healthy, and start thinking in terms of what your body is actually being asked to repair between runs. Here is what starts happening when you begin running every day. Your heart and lungs are forced to handle repeated aerobic demand. So over time, you improve cardiorespiratory fitness and efficiency. Your muscles repeatedly contract against body weight, which raises energy expenditure, improves glucose use, and can support better insulin sensitivity and body weight regulation. Your brain also reads regular physical activity as a useful signal. Many people sleep better, think more clearly, and feel more stable when consistent training is present. But the body does not separate fitness adaptation from impact adaptation. The same repeated stimulus that improves aerobic capacity also loads the feet, shins, knees, hips, tendons, and fascia again and again. That is why daily running can build you up and wear you down at the same time if the dosage is wrong. The physiology is straightforward. In the first phase, you often feel more awake and more accomplished because regular, vigorous activity changes circulation, breathing demand, and energy turnover quickly. The nervous system likes rhythm, and the endocrine response to regular exercise can help mood and recovery when the total load is appropriate. But your connective tissues adapt more slowly than your motivation. Muscles may feel ready before tendons, bones, and joint surfaces are truly prepared. That is why people start a daily running streak, feel good for 10 days, then meet shin pain, tendon irritation, or deep fatigue in week 3 or 4. AAOS notes that bone stress injuries are often seen 3 to 4 weeks after starting a new exercise routine, or sharply increasing frequency, duration, or intensity. Your enthusiasm rises faster than tissue remodeling. That timing mismatch is where many daily running experiments fail. Most people misunderstand this because they use the wrong metric. They think, if I can survive the run was appropriate. That is not how training works. The useful question is whether the run was absorbable. Overuse injuries develop gradually when a body part is loaded so often it does not have enough time to heal between sessions, and NIMUS and AOS both frame that pattern as repetitive overload, not bad luck. So when you start running every day, the real risk is not one dramatic collapse. The real risk is that small warning signs accumulate under the surface. A stiffer Achilles in the morning, a spot on the shin that is sore every run, a knee that only hurts on stairs, performance that flattens, sleep that gets lighter, or motivation that starts dropping even though you think you are being consistent. The body is telling you that frequency is outrunning recovery. So apply this like a coach. If you are new to running, do not interpret run every day literally at first. Start by deciding whether your body needs a running habit or a daily movement habit. If you are deconditioned, heavier, coming off injury, or coming from mostly walking, your best opening move is usually daily movement with non-daily running. Use run-walk structure. Keep the run segments easy enough that you can still talk in short phrases. The CDC talk test is a useful rule here. Vigorous work usually leaves you able to say only a few words without pausing for breath, while moderate work still lets you talk. A beginner should live closer to controlled, moderate effort most days, not red line effort disguised as commitment. If your body handles that well, increase one variable at a time. First consistency, then duration, then pace, and only later true daily frequency. If your body already has a decent training base and you want to run every day, then your response is different. You do not make every day a training day in the same way. You rotate the demand. One day may be an easy conversational run. Another may be short recovery mileage. Another may be strides or hills. Another may just be a very easy 20-minute shakeout. The mistake is making daily running emotionally satisfying but mechanically stupid. Too hard, too long, too proud to back off. Rest is part of training, and Medline Plus is direct that without enough rest, performance can fall and health problems can show up. So even if you insist on a daily streak, you still need recovery logic built into the streak. Some runs should exist only to maintain rhythm while lowering load. Running every day is only sustainable if some of those days barely count as stress. Here's where most people stop, but here's the advanced layer. You do not judge daily running by mileage alone. You judge it by tissue response, nervous system response, and trend data. Track morning resting heart rate, sleep quality, appetite, mood, lower leg soreness, and whether your easy pace is getting easier or just feeling heavier. Watch for the specific trade-off that matters most in daily running. Your cardiovascular system may be improving, while your connective tissue tolerance is falling behind. If your breathing is getting better, but one side of the shin is getting sharper, that is not success. If your pace is stable, but your sleep is more fragmented and your legs feel dead walking downstairs, that is not fitness. That is accumulated load. The advanced layer is load management. You are not trying to prove that you can endure daily impact. You are trying to keep adaptation moving forward without silently crossing into repetitive overload. This is why daily running has to be paired with mechanics and environment. If your ankles are stiff, your cadence is overstriding, and you hammer the same hard surface in worn-out shoes every day, the problem is not that running betrayed you. The problem is that your setup is leaking force in the same places each session. Let the strides stay compact and quiet. Let your arms swing without excess tension. Keep posture tall enough that the ribcage can move and breathing does not collapse into upper chest panic. Change routes or surfaces when needed. If pain rises with each run, instead of settling as you warm up, respect that signal early. AAOS notes that stress fracture pain usually develops gradually and worsens with weight-bearing activity, which is exactly why ignoring small pain during a daily streak is such a bad trade. The earlier you adjust, the less dramatic the correction has to be. To make this work, build a weekly rhythm instead of chasing a heroic identity. A solid structure for many people is 3 to 5 true runs per week, with walking, strength work, or full recovery covering the remaining days. If you insist on 7 days, make at least 2 or 3 of them deliberately tiny and easy. Pair running with muscle strengthening work because the national guidelines do not only ask for aerobic activity, they also recommend strength work during the week. That matters because stronger hips, calves, trunk control, and general tissue capacity make daily impact easier to tolerate. Then support the whole system with enough food, enough sleep, and enough hydration. A sleep-deprived runner with low energy availability will read daily running as threat much faster than a recovered runner with adequate intake. The body does not care how motivated you are if the substrate for repair is missing. And test the habit under pressure. On busy weeks, shorten the run instead of forcing the original plan. On travel weeks, use treadmill or easy hotel area mileage instead of pretending every run must be meaningful. During plateaus, do not automatically add speed. First check whether frequency is already too high for your current life stress. When work pressure, poor sleep, and emotional stress rise together, the safe amount of running usually drops, even if your ambition does not. That is the rewatch detail in this whole script. When you start running every day, the first changes are often positive. Better mood, better aerobic fitness, better structure, better energy use. But the real outcome depends on whether the rest of your body can keep pace with your enthusiasm. If it can, daily running becomes a useful rhythm. If it cannot, daily running becomes a repetitive stress experiment with a predictable ending.